I'm in my office and I want to show off a picture. This image was created by Rupert from Storm Studios. Rupert came to one of my retreats and then became a friend and said, would you like to create an image? And of course, my answer was yes. Storm Studios, if you don't know, are the studios that created all of the iconic albums for album covers, you know, for Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and all those images which I grew up with. And I wanted to create an image which spoke to the deep awake state. And so I wanted to say, look, this experience, this deep awake experience happens right in the middle of life. That's how it is for me. So let's do it in the busiest place we can imagine, which is Piccadilly Circus. And it's about love. So let's do it under the statue of Eros, love. And the image I wanted to get was as if you were seeing into the depths of existence. So I was slipping my hands into existence as if it was a two-dimensional veil which opened and rippled out, showing behind it this light, this oneness, this presence. And what he did with that, he made the image real. And, you know, that's me much younger than I am now, where you can see when it was, because that was getting ready for the Olympics in 2012. So it's 2011, in the middle of Piccadilly, opening up reality. And it captures something. I'm really pleased with it. And there's lovely little synchronicities here, which I always love. Like, here's an advert, but new thinkings, new possibilities. That's definitely part of the deep awake state. But this isn't an advert. Get this. Isn't this great? Jonathan Swift. It's a quote from Jonathan Swift. Vision is the art of seeing the invisible. And there I am. Seeing the invisible. It just magic how the whole thing came together. So now the reason that I felt like, oh, today's the day to share this with you, is because I wanted to emphasize that for me, although my attention is developing this new philosophy I call unividualism, the heart of the experience is still waking up and experiencing these deep awake states in which life becomes so vivid, in which there's profound insight and a profound sense of oneness. But more than anything, a sense of connectivity that feels like the most enormous love. And I can confess that this morning I've been dancing around my office to Diana Ross's new track, I Still Believe in Love, because I do. That's, you know, from my very first waking up experience when I was 12, so that's 4 decades ago. 5 decades, actually. 5 decades ago. I still believe in love. It's about love. And that's why I although I'm not doing as many, I am still doing retreats. I'm still getting together with people in person or sometimes online so that we can actually share the deep awake state. And I've been doing this for 20 years and I've seen thousands and thousands of people experience in their own unique way that enlivenment, that seeing deeper. So I want to tell you, look, I'm doing it. It's still the beating heart of what I do. And I've got a retreat coming up that I'm going to be running with my wife, Deborah, in January 2022. And we're going to do it in Glastonbury, a magical little crazy town I live in. And we're going to do it in a large annex that we have at our home. So we want people to come into our home, which feels really good. Come into our home and let's share the deep awake state together. It'll be a small group, but I think, you know, there's every chance it will be a really magical experience for everyone who comes. Because so far, every single retreat has been, without exception. And nearly everyone has that shift. We are a complex system in relationship with the universe. And when that shifts, everything shifts. And the world can move from a very cold black and white place into somewhere utterly exquisite, actually. So if you're feeling like, well, this might be the time to part the veil in the middle of the British winter, then come and be with us and see what happens. Just looking through to somewhere deeper and then bringing the whole of your life to life. And the other thing maybe I should mention here, just because it's another little bit of magic, just for me personally, is that I created this image with the light and opening it up as a symbol, as a representation of the deep awake, of seeing deeper. And then many, many years after making the image, so a couple of years ago tomorrow, actually, yeah, a couple of years tomorrow, I experienced actually this for the first time in my life, just being completely immersed in light. No Tim, no thought, no just presence, just God, really. I think that's the word that came to me at the time. Oh, well, not at the time, there was no words, but afterwards. And then coming back, just this feeling of being held in so much love, such benevolence, and yeah, a lot of wisdom really being offered to me, and it was a huge experience. So the deep awake isn't one thing. It's like life, like being awake isn't one thing. It's all the things that being awake is, but more emergent. We're evolving, and we're evolving towards these deeper states. And if you want to come and explore how we can evolve together, come and join me and Debbie, and let's have a very, very special time together.